Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and we're going to bring you another game from Strat O Matic Baseball 18, and it's going to be the 2017 New York Yankees taking on the Cincinnati Reds of the 70s, the Big Red Machine. This is a fan-created team of the Big Red Machine, but it basically mimics the 1975 team. But this was a created team by a fan, a Strat O Matic fan, so we're using that. So it's Aaron Judge and the Yankees taking on Rose, Morgan, Bench, and Perez and the rest of the Big Red Machine, Yankee Stadium. And yesterday when I streamed, I thought I was showing the cards. I did not. And I found it out after watching that the cards did not pop up. So I want to make sure that's going to be okay. So bear with me one moment. Leading off is Pete Rose for the Cincinnati Reds. Their visiting team. We're in the house that Ruth built in the Bronx. Let me click on Pete Rose. I want to make sure that comes up on the screen. In OBS it comes up. I just want to make sure it comes up on the screen. And it does. Excellent. I don't know what I did wrong yesterday. So thank you for bearing with me. So Pete Rose will be batting first. Hello, Strat O Matic Delaware. Hope all is well, my friend. So Pete Rose will be batting first, and he's playing third base. Batting second, playing second base, Joe Morgan. Batting third, doing the catching, Johnny Bench. As Michael Butler's entered the chat, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Batting fourth, Tony Perez, and he's playing first base. Batting fifth, playing left field, George Foster. Again, this is a fan-created team, so if you're looking and you see it says 1969, it's just the way the team was created by the fan. Batting sixth, playing right field, Ken Griffey Sr. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Davey Concepcion. Batting eighth, playing center field, Cesar Geronimo. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, Dan Dreesen. Don Gullett will be on the mound for the Cincinnati Reds. Remember to check out Strat O Matic Delaware with Chris. Wonderful channel. He had a couple of dead ball games on. I caught the first one. It was very good. I'll leave it at that. I almost spoiled it. I don't want to spoil it. Check out Strat O Matic Delaware with Chris. He did opening day Strat in New York. It was wonderful. Him and his brother Ron, also marvelous videos. Check them out. And let me just say thank you to YouTube for a prompt response to a bogus claim. Thank you very much, YouTube, for making the right decision and reinstating my channel. All right, so Pete Rose is at the plate, and Gary Sanchez is behind the plate for the Yankees. On the mound for the 2017 Yankees, Luis Severino, 14 and 6, 2.98 earned run average, struck out 230, walked 51. Pedley's at first, Castro's at second, D.D. Gregorius at short, Frazier is at third, Gardner's in left, Hicks is in center, and Aaron Judge is in right. In yesterday's 2017 Yankees take on basically all the teams I want to throw at them. They did a lot of damage to the 65 Dodgers. They bludgeoned Sandy Koufax, to my shock. Also jumping the chat, Mike McAllister. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're feeling better. Mike's been doing an APA tournament. And Chris from Strat O Matic, Delaware, sent him a whole set of 2017 Strat O Matic cards. Thanks to Ken Castro and Chris from Strat O Matic, Delaware. All right, Pete Rose to lead it off against Severino. I have babbled enough. Let's have that first pitch, that dice roll, the magic of that sound. Rose looking for the 1-6 column. Severino gets the sign from Sanchez. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle. It's a 4. He needs a 9. And he gets a 5. 20-side dice roll as his play is going out to the shortstop. 5G1 and a 7. Gregorius moves towards the second base bag, swallows it up, and throws to Headley for out number 1. Nice play by D.D. Gregorius. 1 down. Here comes Joe Morgan. Clinton Parks in the chat. How are you, my friend? Remember to check out Clinton Parks' channel. Another wonderful retro replay baseball channel. Clinton Parks, everyone. So Joe Morgan steps to the plate. Morgan looking for the 1-6 column. Severino rocks and fires. It's a 6. He needs a 8-9. He gets a 3. This ball's going to be out to left. 20-sided dice roll. A 4F2. A 5. It's going to be a range play. Why is that not coming up on the screen? That's out to Gardner. And he is... Oh, what a catch. Sprinting in, catching it right off the shoot tops, out number 2. And that is not coming up on my screen. Why is that not coming up on my screen? Alright, next time that comes up, we're going to have to double check OBS there. That did not come up on the screen. Alright, so 2 outs, no one on. Here comes Johnny Bench. If you watch this... Was it This Week in... No, the Baseball Bunch. Johnny Bench would be on after This Week in Baseball, or before This Week in... Yeah, it was after, I think, with the Baseball Bunch. 2 outs, no one on. Here's the pitch to Bench, looking for the 3-6 column. It's a 1. That's not bad. He needs a 3, 4, 5, or 6. 12. He gets a 9. And Bench goes down looking. As Severino freezes him, 1, 2, 3 go with a big red machine in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first, and now let's give you the 2017 New York Yankee lineup. Leading off, batting first, Brett Gardner. And he's playing left field. See, that comes up. Why didn't the other thing? Batting second, playing center field, Aaron Hicks. The whole reason why I bought this game, you're going to find it silly. I'm actually an Aaron Judge fan, as long as he's not playing the Red Sox. Batting third, playing right field, the large one. Here comes the Judge, Aaron Judge. 52 home runs last year. Ouch. The cleanup hitter doing the catching, Gary Sanchez. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Matt Holliday. Batting sixth, playing second base, Sterling Castro, Batting seventh, the shortstop, D.D. Gregorius. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Chase Headley. Batting ninth, the man who owned Sandy Koufax yesterday, Todd Frazier. It wasn't down goes Frazier, it was down goes Koufax in a shocker. If you haven't seen that one, check that out. Alright, on the mound for the Cincinnati Reds, Don Gullett, left-hander. And it looks he was using a historical conglomeration. So his ERA is about 3.11, 12-6 record. So Gullett's on the mound. Johnny bench behind the plate. Enough said about that. He's absolutely outstanding. Perez is at first. Morgan's at second. Concepcion at short. Rose at third. Foster in left. Geronimo in center. Ken Griffey Sr. in right. As Michael Butler says, must be G14 classified, Al. It must be. No, next time it comes up, I'm going to check out OBS. That should have... you should have been able to see the 20-sided dice roll. Alright, Gardner to lead it off. I'm controlling the Cincinnati Reds, and the computer is playing as the 2017 Yanks. Here's the pitch to Gardner. Looking for the 6-2 column off Gullett. Gullett deals. Brett Gardner is being shifted against... Why? They're controlling the Yankees. This is one of the little pet peeves I have. I want the computer, which... Oh, I have it the other way around. My faux pas. User error. Excuse me. Alright, now we're ready to rock and roll. Here's the pitch to Gardner. He's going to try to hit through the shift. He goes the other way as they are shifting on him. Let's see if he's going to beat the shift. And that's going to get down into the wall. Foster chases it in the corner. Gardner has a double. So the shift was on, and Gardner says, I'll go the other way for 2. Thank you very much. Here comes Aaron Hicks. Gardner, a very good base runner at second. Hicks looking for the 1-6 column. Gullett gets a sign from bench. He deals to Hicks. It's a 3. That's not too bad for Hicks either. And an 8. And Hicks checks his swing. He works a walk. So 2 on, no outs. And here comes the judge, Aaron Judge. Let's just look at his card again. So he's facing the lefty. So column 1, you got a bunch of walks, a home run, another home run possibility, a triple possibility, and a walk. So that one column is devastating. And he has a bunch of walks on the other card, 2 and 3. And again, the whole reason why I bought this game was Chris from Strat O Matic Delaware and his brother Ron having such a good time at opening day Strat. And Aaron Judge's card. Alrighty. 2 on, no outs. Here's the pitch to Judge. It's a 1! And a 9! Possible home run! They draw a 2. That ball is going, gone. He crushes it to left center field. The Yankees take a 3-0 lead as Judge takes Gullett to the promised land. And the fans here in the Bronx go spastically nuts. 3-0 Yankees. Aaron Judge has just dealt a verdict to the Big Red Machine early. Here comes Gary Sanchez. Can they go back-to-back jacks? Sanchez had 33 home runs in 2017. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Sanchez. It's a 4. He needs a 5-6. It's a 9. Swing and a miss. Oh, he just tipped that one. Here's the pitch. And he goes down looking for strike 3. 1 away. Here comes Matt Holliday. Holliday had 19 home runs last year. Looking for the 1-6 column. The windup and the pitch by Don Gullett. It's a 6. Holliday needs a 6, 7, 8, 9. He gets a 9. And a 9. That's a ball driven to center field. Geronimo on the run, and he makes the catch in the gap. robbing extra bases. So 2 down, no one on. Sterling Castro, the Yankees' second baseman, comes to the plate. He had 16 home runs last year. Castro looking for the 1-6 column also. Bench wiggles the fingers. Gullett nods his head. He deals to Castro. It is a 5. He needs a 4. And he gets a 3. And he goes down looking at the knee cheese. Strikeout. Side retired, but the Yankees get 3 on the 3-run bomb by Aaron Judge. We go to the top of the second, 3-0 New York. Due up for the big red machine of the 70s. Perez, Foster, and Griffey. Tony Perez will face Severino. Perez looking for the 2-3 column. Severino spotted a 3-run lead thanks to the right fielder Aaron Judge. He deals to Perez. It's a 3 and an 11. Hard ground ball to Castro. He fields it and flips to Headley for out number 1. Here comes George Foster. Speak quietly. Carry a loud stick. Foster looking for a 3-1. Sanchez wiggles his fingers, sets the target. Severino rocks and fires. Foster gets a 6 and a 6. And he goes down looking at the knee cheese. 2 down. It's up to Ken Griffey Sr. to extend this inning. 2 outs, no one on. Left-handed batter to face the right-handed throwing Luis Severino. Severino deals quickly to Griffey, looking for the 2-6. He gets a 4. He needs a 9. He gets a 2. It's a 15. And that ball gets through the middle, past the dive of D.D. Gregorius for a base hit. Griffey extends the inning. Headley holding Griffey on. Excellent base runner. And here comes Davey Concepcion, the Cincinnati Reds shortstop. Griffey will be off on contact with 2 outs. Severino takes a peek. Here's the pitch to Davey. It's a 2 and a 5. Ground ball to Gregorius. He flips to Castro. Side retired. Go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 New York. For the 2017 Yankees, it'll be Gregorius, Headley, and Frazier to face Don Gullett. Gullett wants a better, how can I put it, a better offering than he had in the first inning. Better result, as he gave up 3 runs, the 3-run homer to Aaron Judge. Gregorius digs in. Here's the pitch by Gullett, looking for the 3-6. It's a 4. He needs a 5-6. It's an 11. All right, now here comes a 20-sided dice roll. Let's make sure. I want to make sure you guys can see this. It comes up on my screen. I don't get it. I want to see if it comes up. Bear with me. Okay, now it's up. I don't understand why it didn't come up before. All right, it looks good here. All right, here's a 20-sided dice roll. Let's see if Tony Perez can make the play. 17 G1 and an 8. Perez backhands it and flips to Gullett covering for the out. So here comes Chase Headley, Yankee first baseman, switch hitter, batting righty. 1 out, no one on. Here's the pitch to Headley. He's looking for the 3-6 column. It is a 4. He needs a 5, 6, 12, or a 2. He gets a 10. This ball will go to Pete Rose at third. 20-sided dice roll, 14 G2. And Rose will backhand it and throw to Perez for the out. 2 down. So far, a better inning for Gullett. And here's the man who owned Sandy Koufax yesterday, Todd Frazier. He had 2 bombs off Koufax. Will Gullett have the same fate as Sandy? We shall see. Here's the pitch to Frazier, looking for the 1-6 column. And there's a shift on, and he bangs that ball to Concepcion at short. He throws to Perez. Side retired. We go to the top of the third, 3-0 New York. Due up for the big red machine of the 70s. Cesar Geronimo, Dan Dreesen, and Pete Rose. Mike McAllister said Foster was a great pickup for the Reds. I think that was a key for the big red machine. Now, I'm trying to remember back, Mike. He came up with the San Francisco Giants, I believe. Did he not? And if anyone can look that up. For some reason, I think he came up with the San Francisco Giants. They had him and Kingman. They decided to keep Kingman, or they went with Kingman, and they traded away Foster. Mike McAllister says yes. Okay, I remembered that. I remember reading that. I didn't know he. Where did I see that? Oh, I think it was an Action PC Baseball. I was fooling around playing a game offline. I went, wow, George. I didn't even know George Foster came up with the Giants. Here comes Cesar Geronimo to lead it off here. Severino's ready. He deals. Geronimo looking for the 1-6. He gets a 2 and a 7. And he'll go down looking at the knee cheese. Severino is on. Another strikeout for Lewis. So 1 out, no one out. Here comes the number 9 batter, the designated hitter, Dan Dreesen. Dreesen looking for the 3-6 column, righty-lefty matchup. Dreesen awaits the Severino offering. Here it is. It's a 5. He needs a 7-11. He gets an 11. And he draws a walk. So a 1-out walk for Dreesen. We go to the top of the order, Pete Rose. Rose is 0 for 1. And I'm playing as the Reds. Let's see if I want to... You know what? We're not going to hit and run. We're not going to do that. We're going to let him swing away on his own volition. Severino takes a peek at Dreesen at first. Looks in at Sanchez. He deals to Rose. It's a 2. Very good for Rose. And a 9. And Rose works a walk. So after getting 2 strikeouts, Severino has now walked 2 batters. So, I'm sorry, after getting an initial strikeout, he's walked 2 batters. So 1 out, 2 on. Here comes Joe Morgan. Little Joe Morgan can tie this ball game up. He represents the tying run at the plate. 1 out, 2 on. Yankees looking to turn 2 up the middle with Gregorius and Castro. Morgan wants that 1-6 column. The 2's not bad either. Severino takes a deep breath. He deals to Morgan. It's a 4. He needs a 9. And a 7. And Morgan goes down looking with the knee cheese. So Severino struck out 2 and walked 2, and now there's 2 outs, 2 on. Johnny Bench steps to the plate. Tremendous power hitting catcher. Bench looking for the 3-6 column. He's 0 for 1 off Severino. And he struck out his first time up. Can Severino get him again? If you're a Reds fan, you hope not. Here's the pitch to Johnny Bench. It's a 5 and a 10. He hits that ball out to Gardner and left. And he makes the catch, side retired. Yankees, the Reds threaten but do not score. We go to the bottom of the third, 3-0 New York. Due up the top of the order, Gardner, Hicks, and Judge to face Don Gullett. Gullett's thrown 37 pitches. Good for 94. Corners playing in for the Reds. Rose in at third, Perez in at first. Gardner's 1 for 1. He went the other way when they shifted on him. He doubled to lead off the ball game. Here's the pitch to Brett. It's a 3 and a 5. And that ball, he tries to go the other way again, but Foster's Johnny on the spot. 1 away. Aaron Hicks steps to the plate. He walked his first time up, scored a run. Gullett works quickly. It's a 1. This is pretty good for Hicks. And a 4. And he sends that ball out to left field. And Foster makes another catch. Foster's a busy beaver out in left. So 2 outs, no one on. Here comes Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge hit the 3-run blast off Don Gullett. Let's see if he can get home run number 2. They shift left, on Judge in the infield. Outfield straightaway and normal. Well, What will the verdict be? We shall see. Here's the pitch. He's going to swing through the shift. He sends that ball out to left. Foster going back at the track, looking up, and it's gone! Aaron Judge with his second home run, and it's 4-0. As he swung to beat the shift, Foster kept going back at the wall. He looked up and bye-bye. Judge 2 for 2. Holy cow. As Beatles Eternally has entered the chat. How are you, my friend? I won my appeal. That's why I'm back. So, here comes Gary Sanchez. 2 outs, no one on. Sanchez 0 for 1. Gullett deals. He's going to try to beat the shift. And he sends that ball out to left. That's carrying. Foster again going back. Looking up. And it's gone! Back-to-back jacks! As Gullett is getting bludgeoned just like Sandy Koufax did yesterday. It's now 5-0. The Reds get some bullpen action up. Wow, so 2 outs, and here comes Matt Holliday. Will he join the Holiday parade? Can they go back-to-back jacks? We shall see. Gullett none too happy with his pitching right now, and neither is Johnny Bench or the rest of the Big Red Machine. But if any team can come back, it's the Big Red Machine teams of the 70s. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Holliday, 0 for 1. It's a 3 and a 9. Bouncer to third. Rose has it. Throws across the diamond to Perez, and they get him. Side retired, but back-to-back jacks by Aaron Judge and Gary Sanchez. And it's now 5-0. The 2017 Yankees due up for the Big Red Machine. Perez, Foster, and Griffey. Tony Perez is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch by Severino. It's a 5. He needs a 7-10. It's an 8. A swing and a miss by Perez. Another K for Severino. 1 away. Here comes George Foster, who watched 2 balls go out and left. He'd like to jack one out to left. He's 0 for 1. Severino is in a groove. Foster's waiting for the Severino offering. Here it is. It's a 1. This is pretty good for George. And an 8. A swing and a miss as he tried to jack one to left. Another strikeout with a knee cheese. This time a hook. It's not a fastball. It was a hook. That was a hard hook. So 2 down. Here comes Ken Griffey. Griffey has the only hit off Severino. 2 outs, no one on. Righty-lefty matchup. Griffey digs in. Severino gets a sign from Sanchez. He kicks and fires. It's a 4 and a 6. And a swing and a miss! Another strikeout. Down goes the Big Red Machine in the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 5-0 2017 Yankees. How many strikeouts does Severino have? Let's check that out. Severino, 7 Ks. Due up for the Yankees, Castro, D.D. Gregorius, and Chase Headley. Gullett still out on the mound. Very short leash now. He's down 5-0. Here's the pitch to Castro, 0 for 1. It's a 6. It's not too bad. And a 4. This ball will be towards Concepcion at short. 20-sided dice roll. 15 G1 and a 10. Concepcion fields it cleanly, throws to Perez for out number 1. Here comes D.D. Gregorius. Yankee shortstop, he's 0 for 1. Gullett nods his head. He kicks and fires. Gregorius is going to try to beat the shift. He bangs it down towards first base. Perez has it, flips to Gullett covering, 2 down. 2 outs, no one on. Chase Headley comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Gullett works quickly. It's a 6. He needs a 6, 7, 8, 9. and a 4. Another play for Concepcion. 20-sided dice roll. 19G1 and a 9. Concepcion will gobble this play up, going towards the bag. Flips to Perez, side retired. Go to the top of the 5th, 5-0, 2017 Yankees over the big red machine of the 70s. Due up for the Reds, Concepcion, Geronimo, and Dreesen. They need to get their bats going. They only have 1 hit, and that's from Ken Griffey Sr. Concepcion's 0 for 1. Severino, 7 strikeouts, looking to add to that total. He deals. It's a 2 and a 10. That ball goes to Frazier at 3rd. Over to Headley, 1 away. Cesar Geronimo, the center fielder, steps to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. Geronimo's 0 for 1. Sanchez goes through the sign. Severino nods his head. Here's the pitch to Geronimo. It's a 5. He needs a 7-11. He gets a 6. That ball will go to Castro. He backhands it, throws to Headley. Out number 2. 2 outs, no one on. Dan Dreesen walked his first time up. Looking to extend the inning and get it to the top of the order. Pete Rose. Righty-lefty matchup. Dreesen, the designated hitter. Severino deals. It's a 4. He needs a 9. And he gets a 4. This play is going out to Gregorius at short for the Yankees. 20-sided dice roll. 2G2 number sign 11. It's a range play, I believe. Gregorius going deep in the hole. Backhands it. What a play! He fires a strike and they just nip him to get the 3rd and final out. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 5-0 Yankees. Due up for the 2017 Yankees. Frazier then the top of the order, Gardner and Hicks. Frazier's 0 for 1. Gullett still out on the mound. Trying to get through 1 more inning. Here's the pitch to Frazier. It's a 4 and a 11. That ball is going to go out to Tony Perez. 20-sided dice roll. 8G3 number sign, range play 13. Perez ranging far away from the bag. Backhands it. Leads Gullett nicely to the bag, and they just get Frazier 1 down. Here comes Brett Gardner, 1 for 2. He had a double. He beat the shift, his first at-bat, doubling down the left field line. Corners playing in. Rose in at 3rd, Perez in at 1st. The windup and the pitch by Gullett. It's a 3 and a 9. And a swing and a miss by Brett Gardner for out number 2. So 2 outs, nobody on. And here comes Aaron Hicks on deck. Aaron Judge. Judge has taken Gullett deep twice. Hicks 0 for 1 with a run scored. He has walked once. Here's the pitch to Hicks. It's a 4. He needs a 5, 6, 12, or a 2. He gets a 6, and he'll walk again. So 2 outs. Hicks is at 1st, and here comes Aaron Judge. He's 2 for 2. He's hit 2 bombs off Gullett. Gullett's at 78 pitches. Let's check out our bullpen here. Simpson. 1R. Could go to Barbone, excuse me. You know what? We're going to give Gullett 1 more crack at him. 2 outs, runner at 1st. Perez holding on Hicks. Judge at the plate, 2 for 2 with 2 homers to left. Here's the pitch by Don Gullett. It's a 6, and an 8, an 11, and that ball's driven deep to center field. Geronimo on the run at the track. He leaps. He won't get it. That ball's off the wall. Judge will have a double. They'll hold up Hicks at 3rd So Judge is 3 for 3, a double and 2 homers, and here comes Gary Sanchez, and that is it for Don Gullett. We've seen enough of Don Gullett. Fans here in the Bronx want more of Don Gullett, but that's it. And we're going to go to Barbone. Bourbon will come in. Again, this is a fan-created team. So the card that he's using, and again, I think this goes off. I also have the file, the historical free agent file. So his average was 7 wins, 4 losses, and about 3.52 earned run average. And he comes in with 2 outs, 2 on, second and third. And Sanchez at the plate, the Yankee catcher 1 for 2 with a home run. Johnny Bench goes up to have a quick word with Bourbon. Reds infield, outfield, straight away and normal. Bench back behind the plate. He squats down, sets the target. Here's the pitch from Pedro. It is a 5. And this is pretty good for Sanchez. And a 6. And Sanchez goes the other way. He singles to right. Hicks scores from third, and they're going to wave Judge around. And Griffey's going to take a throw at him. It's a 6, and he scores. So a 2-out single by Sanchez. He knocks 2 more in, and once again, the 2017 Yankees are bludgeoning one of the old-time teams. They destroyed the 65 Dodgers yesterday in Sandy Koufax, and now the Big Red Machine of the 70s, a conglomerate made by a fan, the Big Red Machine's down 7-0. So it's 2 outs. Sanchez at first. Holiday at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Matt. It's a 6. This is pretty good for Matt. And a 9. And a 10. And that ball's driven to center field deep. Geronimo on the run at the track. And he reaches up and makes the catch. Side retired, but the Yankees add 2 more runs on the 2-out single by Sanchez. They now lead 7-0. We go to the top of the 6th. This Big Red Machine's got to get going. Where's the gas? As Alvin Leslie in the chat says, Big Red Machine's engine has stalled against Severino. Oh my God. Severino, Alvin, let's just go to that as you say that. They have tremendously. He has struck out 7. 5 innings, 1 hit. Griffey got the hit. Walked 2, struck out 7. Don Gullett was god-awful, 4 2/3, 5 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 3, gave up 2 home runs to Judge and 1 to Sanchez. That's 3 homers. Bourbon has come in, pitched a third of an inning, and he gave up a hit, which allowed 2 inherited runners to score. Thank you, Leslie, Alvin Leslie, joining us. Also, the Statistician. How are you? Hope all is well. Thank you. So Rose is at the plate. Come on, Pete. Let's get something going. Corners in for the Yankees. Frazier in at third. Headley in at first. Here's the pitch from Severino. Can Rose get the second hit for the Reds? It looks like he won't. This is the 4th column. He needs a 9. That's about it. And he gets the 9. He'll get the walk. Good job by Pete. 2nd walk of the game. Here comes Joe Morgan. Morgan's 0 for 2. 7-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Morgan awaits the Severino offering. It's a 3. This is a double play. And a 5. That ball's hit to Headley. Over to Gregorius. Back to Headley. Double play. Nice job by Headley and Gregorius. So, pitcher's best friend, 2 for 1. So, 2 outs, no one on. Johnny Bench comes to plate. Hall of Fame catcher, he's 0 for 2. Severino is in a zone. He is dealing. As Alvin Leslie in the chat said, he has stalled the Big Red Machine. Here's the pitch to Bench. It's a 6. Bench needs a 2, 8, 9. It's a 4. Range play for the catcher. 20-sided dice roll. That's a 12, P/F. And a 17, I believe that's a pop foul out. As Bench pops it up. In foul territory, Sanchez makes the catch, side retired. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And the Yankees are bludgeoning the Big Red Machine. 7-0. Due up for New York. Castro, Gregorius, and Headley. Barbone back out on the mound. Castro's 0 for 2. The windup and the pitch by Pedro Barbone. It's a 3. Not too bad for Castro. And a 4. That's a shot down to Rose. Comes up throwing. Out number 1. So 1 out. Didi Gregorius, he's 0 for 2. And they have the shift on. They have shifted right. Let's see if he'll try to beat the shift. It's a 1. And a 4. And he lines right into the shift for out number 2. That line out was caught by Barbone. So 2 outs, no one on. Chase Headley comes to the plate. Yankee first baseman's 0 for 2. Barbone gets the sign from bench. The windup and the pitch to Headley. It's a 1 and a 7. That ball goes out to center field. Geronimo has a beat on it. And he makes the catch. Side retired. We go to the top of the 7th. 7-0 Yankees. Severino still out on the mound. 83 pitches. Good for 96. Probably will be his last inning. And he'll face Perez, Foster, and Griffey. Severino throwing a 1-hitter. Perez is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Tony. It's a 5. He needs a 7. He gets a 3. Range play for Severino. 20-sided dice roll. 3G3. And a 12. Severino, it goes off his glove. Tries to pick it up, slips out of his hand. He throws to Headley, but not in time. That will be an E1. Perez reaches on the Severino error. Could this be the window that the Reds need? It's a small opportunity for Cincinnati. They got to take advantage of this. Here comes George Foster. His boomstick is 0 for 2. Headley holding on his counterpart Perez at first. Severino doesn't even peek over there. He deals to Foster. It's a 1. This is pretty good for George. And a 6. And a 7. Foster drives that ball out to left field. Brett Gardner going back. He leaps at the wall. And he makes the catch. Robbing Foster of a 2-run blast. Perez quickly retreating back to first base. What a job by Brett Gardner in left. Again, Foster watched 2 home runs go out in the 3rd. He tried to send one out there, but Brett Gardner robbed him. He brought it back. So 1 out, 1 on for Ken Griffey Sr., the only man to get a hit off Severino. Here's the pitch to Griffey. It's a 4 and a 7. And he'll go down looking. And that's a strikeout. So 2 outs. Perez still at first. He'll be off on contact. Severino 2 pitches over his maximum, but he is dealing. Davey Concepcion, the Red shortstop, at the plate. 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Concepcion. It's a 2. Nothing there. And a 7. That will be a ground ball to Castro. He throws to Headley. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and take me out to the ballgame. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back for it. Root for the home team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the and that's for Chris from Strat O Matic, Delaware. Remember to check out Strat O Matic, Delaware. Clinton Parks, ID Gesture, Bleacher Bums Gaming, Tabletop Baseball, as well as the rest of the great channels in our community. Check out my homepage as well as their homepages. Higher Ground Gaming, another wonderful channel. Broke Black Man 94, JD. Check them all out. Thank you very much. Alright, trivia time. Who is the first Indians player to hit more than 50 home runs in a season? Who is The first Indians player to hit more than 50 home runs in a season. Rocky Colavito. A statistician says Sing It Al. Boyer. I say Rocky Colavito. I'll wait for a couple more answers in the chat. We'll give it a little time here. As Chris from Strat O Matic Baseball was sing along with me. Oh, statistician, the Brute Bell. Oh yeah, maybe. Clinton Park says you're right, I think. I don't know if he means it. Alright, I said Rocky Colavito. We have Albert, or Joey, don't call me Joey Bell, by Statistician, and Boyer by Strat O Matic Delaware. Alright, here we go. It is Jim Thome. Wow, 52. Oh, more than 50 home runs. I'm so stupid. I still would have got it wrong, but I read the question. I misunderstood. That guy was intimidating, the statistician. So was Jim Thome. Alright, let's go to the bottom of the 7th. Due up for the Yankees, Frazier, Headley, and Gardner to face Pedro Barbone. The shift is on for Frazier to the left. Here's the pitch. It's a 2 and a 9. And Frazier will go down and strike swinging. Barbone blew the fastball by him, 1 down. So Frazier doesn't have the same luck like he had off Sandy Koufax, as he destroyed Koufax yesterday. He sent Koufax out of the yard twice. Brett Gardner comes to the plate. The shift is on and the corners are playing in for Brett. He's 1 for 3 with a double, and he robbed Foster of a home run. Here's the pitch to Brett. That's a 1 and a 6, and Brett Gardner will check his swing and work along. 70% chance of stealing second. Perez holding him on. So bench is a -3. Barbone is a +1. So that's 18, 15. So I think that's a 1 through 15 chance. Plus they're holding him on. Is that how that works? Something like that. He's probably going to attempt to steal. They're up 7 runs. And at the plate is Aaron Hicks. He's not going. It's a 3 and a 3. It's a ground ball to first. That's a C. Perez will take it to the bag himself for the sure out. Advancing to second with 2 outs is Gardner. Here comes the so far player of the game, Aaron Judge. Judge is 3 for 3 with 2 home runs. Nash gullet twice. And he has a double, I believe. Yes, he does. He's knocked in 4 runs. Here's the pitch to Judge by Barbone. And that ball gets past bench. It's going to be a wild pitch as Barbone crossed up bench. And Gardner advances to third. He's 90 feet away from making it 8-0. Bench pounds the mitt, gives a stern look to Barbone. Barbone gives a stern look back to the plate at bench. Here's the pitch to Judge. It's a 1. Oh boy, could this be home run number 3? We shall see. And a 5. And it's a 4. And he singles to left. Gardner scores. Aaron Judge has his 5th RBI. Wow! What a game the Judge is having. He has brought down the verdict on the Big Red Machine, and it's guilty. 8-0 New York, as they hammered the 65 Dodgers yesterday, and they're hammering the Big Red Machine of the 70s today. And I'll probably come back with another game. So here comes Sanchez. He's 2 for 3 with a home run. Judge being held on by Perez. Here's the pitch to Gary Sanchez. That's a 4. And that's going to be a ground ball. Bouncer to Rose. Over to first in time. Side retired. And that'll be the last inning for Barbone. We go to the top of the 8th. It is 8-0. 2017 Yankees over the Big Red Machine Cincinnati Reds. Aaron Judge has knocked in 5 runs. Cesar Geronimo Dan Dreesen in the top of the order. Pete Rose to face Severino. Severino is in a zone. He is throwing a one-hitter after 7 innings. Here's the pitch to Geronimo. It's a 4, nothing really there. And an 11, guess what? Swing and a miss! Strike 3 on the curveball. Bottom dropped out of that one. Severino, I think, now has 9 strikeouts. And he does. So Severino's gone 7 in the third, 1 hit, 3 walks, 9 Ks. He's thrown 104 pitches. All you need to know about the Cincinnati Reds pitching is it's bad. All right. So 1 out, no one on. Here's the pitch to Dreesen. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Will Severino get number 10? It's a 4-7. And a swing and a miss! And here's number 10 for Severino. 2 outs. Can he strike out the side? Here comes Pete Rose. Take care, Strat O Matic, Delaware. Remember, check out Chris from Strat O Matic, Delaware. He wishes everyone a good night. Rose 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Righty-lefty matchup. Rose the switch hitter, batting lefty. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle. It's a 6 and a 9. This ball's going to go out to Castro at second. 20-sided dice roll. And it's a 3. It's going to be a single. So Pete Rose will have the Reds' second hit as that ball bounces into the hole and past Castro as he dove for it. It had eyes. So that's only the second hit off Severino. 2 outs. Rose at first. Headley holding him on. Why, I don't know. Here's the pitch to Joe Morgan, who's 0 for 3. That's a 4 and a 6. And here's strikeout number 11 looking. And the side is retired. Severino strikes out 3, does give up a single to Rose, but it does not matter. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 8-0 Yankees. And Bourbon is done. We're going to go with Tom Hume now. Try to clean up the mess in junk time. So Hume will face Holiday, Castro, and Gregorius. Here's the pitch to Holiday. He's 0 for 3. It's a 5. This is pretty good for Holiday. And a 10. And that's a bouncer down to Rose. He throws to Perez. 1 down. Starling Castro steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Hume works quickly. It's a 5 again. That's a bad column for Hume. A good column for the hitter. And a 12. And Castro works a walk. 1 out, 1 on. 8-0 Yankees. D.D. Gregorius comes to the plate. Gregorius is 0 for 3. Castro, 80% chance of stealing second. Let's see if they send him. Taking the lead. He can't get a good lead. He'll stay put. He now goes down to 5%. So Hume and Perez do a good job holding Castro on. Hume gets a sign from bench. He deals to D.D. Gregorius. It's a 5. Wow, a 3rd straight 5. And a 10. And it's a 9. That ball's driven deep to right center field. Geronimo on the run. And he makes the leaping catch against the wall. What a job by Geronimo. Racing back to first base is Castro. So 2 outs. And here comes Chase Headley. Castro will be off on contact. The windup and the pitch by Hume. It's a 5. Everyone was on the 5 column. And a 7. And a 17. And that's a base hit up the middle. And Castro will be held at second. So 2 outs, 2 on. Todd Frazier, 0 for 3. And Sandy Koufax is somewhere listening, go, this wasn't the Todd Frazier I saw yesterday. Here's the pitch to Frazier. Can it be a 5 column again? No, it's a 4. He needs a 2 or a 12. And he gets a 9. That ball will go out to center field. Geronimo's there. He's waiting for it. And he makes the catch. Side retired. That was an easier catch than the previous one. We go to the top of the 9th. 8-0. The 2017 Yankees behind the 2-hit pitching by Luis Severino. And what is it, 11 strikeouts or 12? Let's check that out. 11 strikeouts. So Severino, 8 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 11 Ks. Looking for the complete game shutout 2-hitter. To do so, he'll have to get by Bench, Perez, and Foster. If anyone gets on, Griffey. Johnny Bench is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. It's a 4 and a 6, and here's strikeout number 12. Swing and a miss by Johnny. One down, Tony Perez, 0 for 3. It's a 2. Oh, this is good for Tony. And a 4. And Tony Perez will get the third hit. He singles to left with 1 out. George Foster, who Gardner robbed his last at-bat of a 2-run homer. It's another crack at Severino. He's 0 for 3. The windup and the pitch from Lewis. It's a 3. Foster could go for it once again. A 9. It's a 12. That ball's going deep to left center field. Gardner won't have a play on this one. That ball is gone. The shutout is gone. It's... Oh my God! He's robbed him again! Holy cow! Unbelievable! Wow! So that was a ballpark effect, I think. Wow. Possible home run. He had the home run the first split card. Then they did another split card. And he didn't get it. Wow, that must have been a ball. Wow! So Gardner robs Foster again. Unbelievable. The shutout's still intact. Here comes Ken Griffey. He has one of the 3 hits. Here's the pitch to Griffey. It's a 1 and a 9. This one's easier to call. Ground ball to Headley. He'll take it to the bag on his own. Ball game over. Luis Severino and the Yankees, powered by Aaron Judge and Gary Sanchez, mash the Big Red Machine 8-0. Player of the game, it's a co-player of the game in my opinion, Severino and Judge. Let's go to the box score. Wow. I'm very happy I actually bought this, the updated version, just for the Aaron Judge card. It's been outstanding. We'll go to the box score here. And let's set that up properly now. Let's fit that. There we go. We fit that to the screen. Before we we'll do the box score, we'll say thank you to Strat O Matic Delaware. Check out his channel, and that's Chris from Strat O Matic Delaware. Thank you to the Statistician. Thank you to Clinton Parks. Clinton Parks says Colavito's best was 42. That was my guess on the trivia question. Thank you, Clinton. Check out his channel. And Clark says, bad enough I came late, but to see the Yankees win. I think I'm going to do another game in about 10 minutes. So I think I'll go to 70. I made the 75 Reds for my historical free agent list. We'll take on the Yankees. Either that or the 67 Red Sox. 75 Red Sox or the 67 Red Sox. So thank you to Clark. Thank you to Strat O Matic Delaware. Check out his channel. Thank you to Statistician. Thank you to Clinton Parks. Check out Clinton Parks' channel. Mike McAllister, thank you. Alvin Leslie, thank you. Beatles Eternally. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Mike McAllister. I think I already said that, but I'm not sure. Michael Butler. We had a nice crowd tonight. Hopefully YouTube doesn't let some idiot flag me again for no reason. And I don't have to argue with them. But once again, thank you to YouTube for a prompt response on my appeal to reinstate my channel, as I was kiboshed because someone flagged my channel for no reason. So thank you very much to YouTube. I greatly appreciate it. Michael Butler, good game later, guys. Clinton Parks, Strat made in New Jersey, little leaning towards the Yankees, possibly. So let's go through the box score, and I'm going to have co-players of the game. The first co-player, Luis Severino, 9 complete innings, 3 hits. Grant you, Brett Gardner robbed George Foster of 2 home runs. So Brett Gardner gets an honorable mention. No runs, walked 3, struck out 12. He gets the win. Gullett took the loss. He was awful. And Bourbon was slightly better. Actually, Bourbon 2 1/3, only 1 run. Gullett was awful. 4 2/3, 5 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 3 homers, 2 of them to Judge, 1 of them to Sanchez. And you mopped up the mess at the end. Co-player of the game, Judge, 4 for 4, 3 runs, 5 RBIs. He had 2 home runs, a single, and a double. The Yankees, Brett Gardner, 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored, and he robbed George Foster of 2 home runs in left. So outstanding web gems there. Aaron Hicks, 0 for 2, but he walked twice and scored 2 runs. As I said, Judge, 4 for 4, 3 runs, 5 RBIs, 2 homers, a double, and a single. He missed. All he needed was a triple for the cycle. Gary Sanchez, the catcher, 2 for 4 with a run scored, 3 RBIs. And then look at this. Holiday, 0 for. Castro, 0 for. Gregorius, 0 for. Headley, 1 for 4, and Frazier, 0 for. So after Sanchez, it is a 1 for 7, 11, 15, 19. 1 for 19. But it's the top of the order that just mashed the bejesus out of the Big Red Machine. The Yankees, 32 at-bats, 8 runs, 8 hits, 8 RBIs. For the Big Red Machine of the 70s, 3 hits. Rose, Perez, and Griffey. Enough said. Foster had 2 home runs robbed by Brett Gardner. What a game. I've totally enjoyed these last 2 games. Aaron Judge's card is sick. Unbelievable. And in the chat we have, and I hope I don't mispronounce your name, Spicer00007. Waiting for my card, should be here tomorrow. Oh, cool. I think you're going to enjoy them, Spicer. Then I can get my 2017 Indians replay going. I use the cards and computer manually roll those dice. Cool. Clinton Parks does the same thing with Digital Diamond Baseball and National Pastime. He manually rolls the dice. If I had a better space setup, I think I'd do the same. Hats off to the card and dice guys. To know the charts. Hell, I make mistakes, and I have the computer. You know, I sometimes don't have the patience to wait and read. So hats off to you guys. I think you're really going to enjoy this. I know I complain at times about Strat O Matic. I do like it a lot, or I wouldn't have bought it. I just wish they'd give you a little bang for your buck, but I do love Strat O Matic. I love Action PC. I love Out of the Ballpark. I love all my baseball games. Digital Diamond. But I'm having a lot of fun. I keep saying it. The reason why I bought the updated version, I was thinking about the Aaron Judge card. Again, everyone must be going, you're an idiot. You bought a game for 1 card. And I'm a Red Sox fan, but I like Aaron Judge. And then when I watch Chris and Ron from Strat O Matic Delaware go to opening day Strat, and I watched all those great videos, I was hooked. And I had the prior version of the game. And I have to have some patience. I'm going to start building. I have that, again, the historical free agent set. Every player up to 2016 in the history of baseball. And I can make teams, and it goes off like their historical averages. So, anyway, thank you very much, gentlemen. I'm going to be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm going to play one more game, probably. And thank you very much, and I'm glad to be back. And thank you to YouTube, again, for a prompt response on my appeal on the bogus flagging of my channel. Thank you very much, YouTube. I'm very happy to be back to enjoy time with my friends. Thank you. Health, happiness to everyone. Hopefully see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. And God bless. Peace.